Yeah, ready to go in 1, 2.
Welcome to We Live Soccer. All the best of North American soccer and so much more. This week on We Live Soccer, we're in beautiful Costa Rica, where we run into the new head cardinal. We meet a family who wants to take you on vacation, and then we talk to this marketing professional who really knows how to kick it. Right here on We Live Soccer, where we don't just play the game, we live it. Hi everyone, and welcome to beautiful San Jose, Costa Rica. Behind me is the National Stadium, or as the locals call it, the jewel of the country. We're going to hear more about that later on, but first we're going to meet a team that's here for a Costa Rican soccer tour. It's a team that's seen some tough times lately, but with a new coach, things are looking up. After missing the postseason 8 out of the last 9 years, Stanford University men's soccer team were looking for a change. To guide that change, they chose highly successful coach Jeremy Gunn.
He's really recreating the team and how we look at each other and ourselves and our roles and each other's roles and how that all intertwines.
Literally every guy is really buying into what he does, and that's huge.
He was the 2011 Coach of the Year, and he has an incredible winning record everywhere he's been. He could have gone to a number of places, but why Stanford?
Why Stanford? Well, I've been in the States a while now and been really fortunate to be part of some great institutions, but Stanford has a special draw. It's one of the best academic institutions in the world, and as an athletic department, it's second to none in the United States. And so, just moving through your career, you always hope that you can get the great fortune to be part of somewhere like this.
Stanford has such a rich history and high expectations, and I wondered, does that mean more pressure?
Wherever I've been, you always set yourself goals and you always put individual pressure on yourself, and kind of what we preach to the players, we just want to be as good as we can be. And I guess what you do have at Stanford that's a little bit different is that the bar is set very, very high. So at other programs, while you're trying to win a national championship, it might be the first for that department. Stanford have chopped down a few big forests to create all the national championship trophies they've had there. So it's a little bit different environment, but it's one that hopefully that means you're surrounded by excellent people, and that can only make you better.
And surrounding yourself with people that share your philosophy for success. Jeremy explains it this way.
Whatever you do, no matter whether it's a training session, a little drill in a session, whether it's the beginning of the game, the end of a game, we just want people to be honest, we want them to be hard-working, we want them to be accountable, and we just want them to compete against themselves, really, just always set themselves new targets. If you've done well the last game, let's see if we can do a little bit better. If you've done poorly, you improve. So whatever it is, just always look forward, always be excited to play, and always be excited to perform.
Recruitment and selection of talent is really the key to a new head coach, so I was curious to find, how does he pick his players?
I talk to your centre-backs, they should be there first, drop it!
They pick themselves in certain ways. Players always sit across to you, talking to you, and think that you have all the power in the program, but in reality, the players have the power. They're the ones that can improve themselves. They're the ones that can keep performing at the top of their game. I think early in my career, it was very much about extrinsic motivation, really pushing people as hard as you could do, making them do things that they didn't necessarily want to do. Whereas now, when you're surrounded with good players, you basically give them the parameters and say, okay, this is your opportunity, this is your chance, what do you want to do with it?
And what about goals?
Well, in the long term, we want to create the best program in the nation. We want to not only have a winning team, but a program that people can look up to and say that's Stanford soccer.
Costa Rica is such a beautiful country, but don't take my word for it. Take a look for yourself.
Yeah.
We were lucky enough to have a chance to do a little sightseeing while we were in Costa Rica. And what better way to do it than by air? Costa Rica air, that is. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the incredible scenery. Now it's time for this week's trivia question.
Hi, I'm Todd Dunavant from the LA Galaxy. Here's this week's trivia question. The LA Galaxy were only one of 2 MLS teams to win the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Who was the other team?
Coming up, a player profile on a Stanford anchor, and it's all in the family, the history of Costa Rica Soccer Tours.
Join the Active Bodies, Active Minds Club. Learn from Major League Soccer stars how to be healthy by eating right and exercising both your mind and body. Come on, join the Active Bodies, Active Minds Club. For more information, visit www.joinabam.com.
For all your Major League Soccer in-depth coverage, be sure to visit MLSsoccer.com. And for you fantasy fans, check out Major League Soccer's Fantasy Games, League Manager, and Salary Cap Challenge on the Fantasy page. It's all on MLSsoccer.com, your source for everything MLS. Well, in Costa Rica, we had a chance to stay at the incredible Arenal Manoa Hotel. And what a beautiful property with marvelous views of the Arenal volcano and hot springs, surrounded by spectacular gardens, pastures, and animals. Every room has been designed so that each one offers a panoramic view of the volcano. Costa Rica Soccer Tours is a group that brings teams from all over North America to experience not only the soccer, but the culture here. It's a group that takes hosting teams very personally. Costa Rica Soccer Tours has over 15 years of experience setting up soccer matches and organizing soccer tours to Costa Rica. But it's not just about soccer. These tours are about adventure. They're about experiencing the rich culture, the breathtaking views, and the lifestyle of Costa Rica. And maybe taking part in a community project with your team, hiking through the rainforest, visiting the incredible beaches, and seeing the volcanoes of Costa Rica. Costa Rica Soccer Tours is run by a husband and wife team who met by chance.
Well, I am originally from San Diego, California, and I came down to Costa Rica for a study abroad to learn Spanish, and I got a little more than I bargained for. Randall actually became my first tour guide, unofficial tour guide.
I still am. I still am the tour guide for her.
Costa Rica Soccer Tours actually started quite simply. It was a chance to host a team from the U.S.
The first team that we hosted was back in 1995. It was an Olympic development program team from US Youth Soccer. We only hosted 1 or 2 teams a year from 1995 on to 2000. But starting in 2001, we basically started hosting more and more teams, and now we're basically have had the chance to host around 75 different universities, a lot of different national teams, a lot of different club teams and high schools, and we just feel fortunate to have this opportunity to be able to share this experience with everyone who comes here.
There's really so much to see and do in Costa Rica. It's such a unique and beautiful country. It's hard to focus on one thing, but the teams do.
The teams primarily come down for the soccer competition. It's excellent competition that they can find here. They get a chance to get on the field, sometimes early if they come down for a preseason tour, reacquaint themselves with their team, have some team bonding in an environment that's beautiful, safe, excellent competition, and a chance to, do a community service project, experience a soccer culture that is really passionate about soccer and where soccer is the #1 sport.
Yes, the soccer's important, but it's also about team bonding and participating in various community events, like visiting a children's community center for low-income kids. The teams also get a chance to experience some incredible adventures like whitewater rafting and zip lining, and to see some of the most beautiful scenery on Earth. For Costa Rica Soccer Tours, their key to success is really quite simple.
I think the personal touch, people feel so welcome when they come here. I think they feel like they're part of a family. Being a family-run business also where we are involved, our parents are involved, our sisters and brothers, and we have people that are non-related to the family that are part of the business as well now, but they're still part of the family. We're highly professional at what we do, and teams really notice that when they come here. They leave the country not only liking the country itself, but they wish to become friends with them. And I think that's what makes it very unique.
Meet Hunter Gorski. He's one of the mainstays on the Stanford University men's soccer team.
Ever since I can remember, I was kicking a ball. My brother, he's 2 years older than me. He's been playing soccer his whole life and just always out in the backyard playing. And then as I got older, I mean, I just loved it. I played a few other sports. I played basketball, I played baseball. And I used to do those all at once, but once it came time to make a decision, it was always going to be soccer.
And another decision Hunter had to make after high school was what university he'd go to.
When it came down to it, I was choosing between a couple of the Ivy Leagues, Duke and Stanford. And there were two really main things that I was considering when I was picking a college. And that was the education, number one, which all of those schools, I was going to get a great education. And number two was going to a place that would put me in the best position to win a national championship and play professional soccer. And I thought Stanford was that place.
And Hunter's definitely happy with the choice he made.
It's amazing. The atmosphere is awesome. You know, our friends who are fans are all really into it. They really support us, which is a lot of fun. The facilities are unbelievable. I couldn't ask for better facilities. The game field is incredible. The practice field, same thing. I mean, just all around.
During our interview, we found out that Hunter had a little secret he wanted to share with the nation.
Something people might not know, my first name was actually Jarrett until 18 years of age. It wasn't legally changed until 18 years old to Hunter. So for the first, I'd say 16 or 17 years of my life, people were calling me the wrong first name.
Confession is good for the soul. Well, here's another question. Who's your role model?
I'd say my brother. Yeah, he's 2 years older than me and extremely talented player. He played at UPenn. He always used to beat the crap out of me when we were younger in all the little games and soccer, tennis, and you know, and anything that I do in my career it's pretty much a tribute to him.
A student's life is a busy one with study and athletics. Is it hard to keep a balance?
You can do everything. You can play soccer. You can do the schoolwork. You can have fun, hang out with your buds and stuff like that. You know, as long as you make it your mission to be able to do that, as long as you allot the right time to do that and really, you know, take care of your stuff off the field so you can take care of the stuff on the field.
So what does the future hold for Hunter Gorski?
First and foremost, just, you know, keep playing every day, keep getting better, keep pushing myself, hopefully get drafted. If that doesn't work out, get into a preseason. If that doesn't work out, then try and find a place abroad, but definitely want to play soccer.
Coming up next, we'll meet this marketing professional and a group that's giving back. Clothing for We Live Soccer provided by Roots. And now it's time for the trivia answer. Here's the trivia question once again.
And the answer is DC United. DC United won the Champions Cup in 1998. 2 years later, the Galaxy won it in 2000.
Now it's time for soccer's hottest. The location for this episode is the Ramada Plaza Herradura. It's an award-winning hotel in sustainable tourism. Nestled in the heart of Central Valley, overlooking a breathtaking backdrop of beautiful mountains and lush tropical gardens. Meet Gabriella Urena. She's a marketing professional and a soccer player.
I got involved in soccer since I was 13 years old. I was in high school and I played with the girls in the soccer team. And it was really excited to be there with all the team.
Gabriella definitely shares her nation's obsession with the beautiful game.
I think soccer is like the best sport ever. It's something that you can play anytime, anywhere around the world. And also you play on a team, and it's something that I really like. You have a lot of fun, you exercise while you are getting fun.
Soccer's just a perfect fit for Gabby's healthy lifestyle.
It is really important because I think that it represents the beauty you have inside and outside, to be healthy, to eat healthy, to practice exercise daily, and it keeps you motivated and with a positive attitude.
We asked Gabby how she defined beauty.
I think beauty is something that you feel in your own. Is like feeling good emotionally and physically. Is how well others see you. Is how confident you feel. Is how secure you feel about yourself. I think it's like having positive attitude all the time, and how others see that in you.
Soccer isn't the only passion in their life. Gabby loves to participate in many activities.
I started to learn surf. I have been practicing like for 2 months. I love to run as well. I have participated like in national races here in Costa Rica. Most of the time, I daily go to the gym and exercise. So basically, that's what I like.
And what about the future for Gabby?
Well, my future, I think related to sports, I think I want to improve in all the aspects, meaning soccer, meaning surf, and also in my professional life, I want to keep growing. I'm currently studying and I'm working, so I want to have my own business in the future.
On We Live Soccer, we love to give the spotlight to people and groups who are giving back. Here's a great story on an organization called Kick for Life.
The All-Stars Tour is a charity challenge with a difference. We started the All-Stars Tour because of the amazing impact of football here in Lesotho. During a typical tour, people play 4 or 5 matches in Lesotho against local teams. That could be a group of school teachers, or it could be a proper club in the Lesotho League.
The Lesotho people do not want to get beaten when we come out here to play. They certainly don't want to be beaten by a load of English people, so very, very competitive.
It's amazing with the kids watching and people from the villages coming along. There's a really, really friendly atmosphere. There's no shouting at the players. It's all positive. Playing football in Lesotho is something else.
But I would warn anyone that pitches are not of the greatest standard. Boulders, grass in some places, no grass in others. However, I would also tell them that it would probably be the most beautiful setting they will ever play football in.
People come over here probably thinking that the football is the most important part of the tour. By the end of it, the part they've enjoyed most is working with the children, getting across messages that can stop them from making decisions that can lead to HIV infection. So we have a curriculum called the Kick for Life curriculum, which contains around 80 activities on health education and life skills.
1 in 4 adults in Lesotho have HIV. And they have to live with that on a daily basis. We take a full day, and we just learn the activities. We go through them, we act them out ourselves.
We train the participants in 3 of those activities. One of them is called Find the Ball.
We're going to pretend whoever's got the ball has got HIV. Do you understand? Yeah?
Find the ball! Find the ball! Find the ball! Find the ball!
When you're passing the ball behind people's backs and you can't see where the ball ends up. And ultimately, it's to get the children thinking and to educate them that you can't tell someone's got HIV just by looking at them.
Have you got the ball? Can you see? You got the ball? No. Yes! Yes!
Just because you have HIV doesn't mean that you live an unhealthy life. I've learnt all that and I've taught it to the kids now, and I feel like I can go home a little bit wiser.
So it's important at the end that we come to almost like a mountain retreat, a beautiful location to relax and reflect on the experience before heading home.
I'm so passionate about what Kick for Life are doing. I mean, I've done it now 3 times. The camaraderie is second to none.
It's so rewarding. I've enjoyed myself so much. Like, I could do this every year rather than, you know, chilling at the beach.
We've had people from all parts of the world, Canada, US, obviously London and different parts of the UK. It's been awesome. Actually, to steal one of the guys saying, it's been cracking.
It's my perfect job. Love doing it. and to see other people becoming part of the Kick for Life family and enjoying that experience as well. It's a real dream.
Yeah, ready to go. 1, 2.
Well, that's it for the show. Hope you guys enjoyed our look at soccer here in Costa Rica. And it's time for me and the crew to go enjoy a little bit of the city. See you next time on We Live Soccer.
Clothing for We Live Soccer provided by Roots. Footage provided by MLSsoccer.com.